Hi guys, this is Tucson Loves Music. We are here at Stagewerx in Tucson. We are currently joined by Tucson's local band, Bloom, and we're going to ask them some questions about their band. So let's get started.
So, how'd you come up with the name Bloom? Maybe I should ask this guy over here.
Okay, that's a good question. So, my last name is Bloom. And so, like years ago when we started the band, we had this bass player, and he was the guy, he started it with us almost. But we were coming up with band names for weeks and weeks. We couldn't think of anything that stuck, you know? And so, Ukiah, he was just like, man, why don't we just name it Bloom? Like, that's a cool name. So, it's just kind of stuck from there.
So it wasn't like the strongest guy in the band that could beat everyone else up?
No, definitely not.
Where are you guys from? You all local here?
Yeah, we're still local. We're local here, yeah. I just moved here like 3 years ago. I used to play in Pennsylvania back with my old band, and it was kind of sad moving, you know, just kind of because we had like something creative going on there, and I like moved out of there. So I'm just like, oh man, now we're here, and now I'm back to like square one. But you know, we were in a group chat with a bunch of friends and everything, and that's when he was in there, Johnny, and I saw he was playing guitar. I'm like, yo, I literally just DM'd him on Instagram. I was like, band ? And he was like, yeah, I'm down, because we both play guitar. So probably one of the best like moments ever in my life.
Before the interview here, I was talking with at least one of you guys, and I understand some of you guys are like still in high school or just out of high school?
Just like fresh out of high school, some of us, yeah. Me and Johnny just graduated this year, so we're fresh out of high school, yeah. These guys, they've been out for a while. If you want to pass to Jay.
Yeah, I graduated high school about 9 years ago. I'm a little bit older than they are, just a little bit.
So this is the guy corrupting.
Yeah. He's the old one of the group.
In a good way, though.
Yeah.
Musically.
Yeah. And then I graduated in 2025, so about last year. So a little bit older, but still not that old, you know.
So what kind of music were you guys listening to in high school, and what you were listening to, has that been a big influence on what you guys are playing now?
Yeah, I mean, we all have our own like special influences. Like, I'm really into like 80s stuff. I really like disco. I really just dance music in general, you know. But I also got really into like shred metal for a while. So it's, my influences are everywhere from the Gap Band to like Jason Becker. So
How about the rest of you guys?
Well, for me, as I think I started listening to music when I was in middle school. I would listen to a lot of the things my family would, so like bands like Fall Out Boy, it's like little rock songs like that, and I was just like really into it. And then once I reached high school, I would listen to a lot of like indie rock stuff, so like Wallows, Neighborhood, things like that, and I just like really like, that's when I really got my interest in things.
Yeah, for me, Green Day was the first band that got me into music, that really mattered to me. I was probably like 10 years old, and to this day they're still my favorite. But as the years have gone on, I got into a lot of underground punk, like bands like Operation Ivy, and then I also I can go from like Chuck Berry to Pink Floyd. I also love hip hop, mainly 90s hip hop. So I'm kind of all over the place.
For me, growing up, it was a lot of just like rock music, so all like the big names. And then as I got older, I started to like kind of spread out a little bit. My first band was a 50s band, which was kind of like a turn for me. And then I think coming out of that, I wanted to like really explore like the other sides of drumming at least. So I think coming into Bloom, the big thing for me was like John Bonham, a lot of like the older drummers that I guess are kind of like the big names in the industry, and kind of looking at what they did differently. So I think especially coming into Bloom, that was like what I was into at the time, so I've tried to incorporate a lot of that into my playing.
Using your musical influences, how has that changed your sound as a band overall?
Well, I would say we just all kind of like got to put all the work in together, because we all had like such different music tastes, especially me and Johnny. When we first started, we had like, you know, our disagreements, little arguments here and there, but we just kind of started off as just like a straight up indie band, and we're just like, you know, we kind of want to explore more in the genre. So that's when we found these guys later on, a couple of years later, and then we were just like, you know, we should all like pitch in, compromise into what we sound. We just kind of like landed on like a indie pop rock kind of sound, and like we just kind of stuck with that. But here and there, we're still exploring with creativity.
Oh yeah, we love to. It's we've been going towards a really like almost like, I don't know how to describe it except for like shoegaze punk alternative rock. I don't know. it's like a combo. It's a weird combo, but it's really fun, and we really love writing it.
Speaking of writing, how does that happen? Is it like one of you guys, all you guys, lyrics come first, music, or it just sort of just happens?
It's kind of a magic thing, you know. Like we all have our ideas and we all have our influences, like we talked about. But it kind of just happens, you know. Like it'll start from somebody has like a stupid riff or something they want to play, and then it just develops into the song, you know. It's like a really beautiful thing. So
Usually what we do is like we just kind of come up with the music first, and honestly we just kind of like have a little jam sesh, or like have we do a lot of covers here and there too, so we just kind of take inspo sort of in a way. But usually when we come up with something that's like really cool, it's like, oh, let's turn this to a full song, so we take it like section by section, and then later on it'd be like 11 p.m. at night, and then I call this guy, I'm like, hey, let's write some lyrics together.
Rap like what, like 50 songs?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Speaking of creating music, what song of yours are you guys most proud of and why?
I would say Summer Song. Yeah, just because personally for me, I'm the bassist, so I feel like that one I was able to get really creative. I'm really proud of how that one turned out. Not just with the bass, the whole song, but specifically as a bassist. I'm really proud of myself and how that one turned out.
For me, I think it's the one that we're still deciding on a name for it. I think we're going to kind of debut it at La Rosa. But I think what makes that one special for me is just how well it kind of like shows off all of us and all of our individual tastes. I definitely think with that song more than the others, you can kind of like hear like where Jay's punk influences come from, or like where Johnny's background comes from, or kind of a little bit of everybody in there. And I think you can hear that in all of our songs, but I think that one specifically is special to me because it's like I can hear a little bit of everyone in that one.
Do you consider yourself like a studio band as opposed to a live band, or you guys are comfortable in both situations?
I would say we're comfortable with situations. Like right now, we're in the live era. We're just kind of like, you know, getting all of our gigs out there, just kind of get our appearance out there, which we are currently looking for a studio right now because we do like have a lot of songs we want to record and get out there. So it's just kind of a process right now. What do you think, Johnny?
I mean, we want to do both things, you know, and it takes a lot of playing shows to be able to get the quality in the studio, I think, at least from my perspective, because it just takes time to perfect your sound, and it's something you have to work on. And what better way than to play it live?
And where are you guys playing live?
We've been playing live around Tucson for quite a bit of while now. We've been playing venues like Groundworks, Brickbox, and now we have our big one coming up at La Rosa, June 17th. We're really excited about it. That's going to be like the best venue that we performed at so far, like our favorite. We've done like garage shows here and there. We've done a high school dance before, which was really fun, you know, just interacting with everyone. I think that was like probably one of my favorite moments because I just love seeing how the crowd gets engaged with the songs and just how they go about with the music. And just seeing like a lot of the things we love to do is crowd engagement. So we like clapping hands together, or just things like that. So it's one of our favorite things to do.
That's June 17th at La Rosa. Yeah, everyone come out and see these guys.
Yeah, and since La Rosa is coming up and is one of your biggest shows yet, do you guys have anything special planned for that day?
I think besides a bunch of new songs, which we've never played live before, I think we're definitely cooking up some special things for that one. I think we got merch for the first time, which we're going to be selling at the show. I think we've been really focusing a lot more on like crowd engagement, like Brandon said. So I think we have a lot of new things that we're going to try out at La Rosa. So I think this is like the first show that we're going to try and hit all of the bases at once, which will be really cool.
I think what Kyle over here, drummer, is most excited for is our band has been sponsored by Papa John's Pizza, which is his favorite pizza shop. So he's always like on me like, hey, we're getting a show, or we're going to get pizza now. I'm like, it could, like, even at Battle of the Bands, we were like, this is like more of a Battle of the Bands and anything. He's always excited for pizza after. So
Dude, it's Papa John's.
It's Papa John's, yeah.
Sponsored by Papa John's, by the way.
Do you guys have any pre-show rituals or superstitions you guys like to do before performing?
What you laughing at, Johnny?
We just joke about going to Papa John's all the time, and Kyle will just complain about it. He'll be like, man, if we mess up this show, you guys owe me Papa John's and stuff like that. So it's basically everything we do correlates back to that.
Yeah, there's not really a ritual or any like thing. We just kind of, besides just being like, all right, let's get out there and have a good time and just do what we do. And yeah.
One time before the high school dance that we did, we just started this kind of thing that we do. We just huddle up and just make each other laugh. And so I think that's a pretty important thing because it loosens us up on stage and stuff, and just taking time to get out of our comfort zone a little bit, you know.
I agree. I think we've done a lot of that in the past. Like we'll, at least what I've noticed, at least with like the last few shows, like we'll all kind of go off on our own for like a little bit. Like we'll all take the time to kind of like gather ourselves, kind of do whatever we need to. And I think from every show that I've played with Bloom, we always like end with that huddle right up, like kind of side stage. We kind of just keep it simple, kind of just talking to each other, make sure we're like all in the right headspace. At least with like this last Battle of the Bands, it was like we kind of took that second to just be like, you know, focus on what we're doing. So just make sure we're all in the right headspace to go out and do what we need to do. But I think that's like the pretty consistent pre-show ritual that I've noticed, at least.